My brothers, my sisters, my people of Burkina Faso, today I stand before you, not as a man afraid, no as a servant of foreign masters, but as a son of Africa, carrying the weight of our sovereignty on his shoulders. 2 nights ago, a voice came to me across the telephone lines, sharp and cold, like the blade of a dagger. It was Benjamin Netanyahu, the Prime Minister of Israel. He did not speak as a friend. He did not speak as a partner. He spoke as a ruler giving commands to a servant. He said, Traoré, you have 48 hours, restore what we demand, surrender what we want, or you will pay. This was not diplomacy. This was a gun to the head of our sovereignty. And so today, I tell the world the truth. For decades, Africa has been pushed, bribed, threatened, and enslaved by powers who see us as pawns on their chessboard. They want our gold, our land, our soldiers, our silence. They want us to kneel, but we were not born to kneel. We were born free, and the soil beneath my feet cries for freedom. Netanyahu believes Burkina Faso can be bent, that by issuing an ultimatum, by threatening chaos, he can make us surrender. But I stand before you today, in front of every microphone, every camera, every eye of the world, and I say, Burkina Faso is not for sale, not for surrender, not for silence. When he told me 48 hours, I asked myself 48 hours to do what? To betray my people, to reverse the decisions we made in dignity, to hand back our land, our contracts, our independence. If sovereignty can be sold with a deadline, then what are we as a nation? Are we slaves waiting for orders? No, my answer is no, and I say this loudly so that even in Tel Aviv, even in Washington, even in Paris, they can hear me. This land is ours. These choices are ours. Our dignity is ours, and we will never surrender it at gun. But I also want to speak to the youth of Africa who are listening. They will try to scare you. They will tell you that your leaders will fall, that your governments cannot resist, that your armies are weak. They will whisper that resistance is dangerous, that silence is safer. But let me tell you this, danger is living as a slave. Safety is knowing you fought for your children's future. Strength is when your people stand united, even if the world shakes around you. That is why I am here, not to promise you comfort, but to promise you dignity. Netanyahu wants to remind me of Israel's power, of the weapons at their disposal, of the allies at their command. But I remind him today, Burkina Faso may not have billions in the bank, but we have the hearts of millions who will not bow. We may not control satellites in the sky, but we walk on land that feeds us, nurtures us, and belongs to us. We may not have the loudest voice in the corridors of the United Nations, but when we speak with truth, the whole world listens. Truth is louder than missiles, justice is stronger than tanks, and sovereignty once awakened cannot be assassinated. So I ask the world, is this the freedom you preach? That an African president receives a call in the night with threat, disguise it as orders that an independent nation must obey or face destruction? Is this democracy, or is this the shadow of colonialism wrapped in new words? If sovereignty can be demanded at gunpoint, then no nation on earth is free. If an ultimatum is what defines diplomacy, then the world has already lost its conscience. But Burkina Faso will not lose it. My people, this ultimatum was not given to me alone. It was given to every African child who dreams of growing up free, every farmer who tills the soil without fear of foreign masters, every soldier who believes his rifle defends his homeland. Note another nation's greed. When they point the gun at my head, they point it at your head too. And so my answer is not just mine, it is ours. We say together, sovereignty is not negotiable. Independence is not temporary. Freedom is not a gift from Israel, France, or America. Freedom is our birthright. I stand here not to provoke war, but to expose truth. I do not seek conflict with Israel or any nation, but I will not let any nation dictate the destiny of Burkina Faso. If Netanyahu believes that threats can break me, Let him listen carefully. I would rather fall standing than live kneeling. I would rather die with dignity than live in humiliation. And if 48 hours is the deadline he has given me, 10 let the countdown be for him, not for us. Because when the clock strikes 0, it is not Burkina Faso that will be remembered as weak. It is those who thought Africa would never rise. And I turn now to my African brothers. Mali, Niger, Guinea, Congo, Senegal, Nigeria. Do you hear me? The threats they make against me today, they will make against you tomorrow. The demands they force on my people today, they will force on your people tomorrow. If Burkina Faso stands alone, then sovereignty at gunpoint becomes a rule. But if we stand together, sovereignty becomes unshakable. They cannot bully an entire continent if the continent moves as one. This is the hour of awakening. This is the test of our... So let the cameras show this clearly. I, Ibrahim Traoré, President of Burkina Faso, stand here unarmed but unafraid. I stand here threatened but unbroken, and I say to Netanyahu, to Israel, to any nation who believes in ultimatums, intimidation, your clock does not scare me, your deadlines do not control me, your threats do not own me. We will live free or we will die free, but we will never surrender free. Let history record these words, not as defiance for the sake of pride, but as a declaration for the sake of truth. If you want to trade, come with respect. If you want dialogue, come with equality. But if you come with threats, then do not expect submission. You may hold a gun, but we hold a nation's soul, and no bullet can pierce the soul of a free people. My brothers and sisters, the hour is late, the world is watching, and the storm is near. But remember this, storms do not last forever. Dawn always comes, and with it comes hope. And when history asks what Burkina Faso said when the gun was pointed at its head, let the answer be clear for generations to come. We said no, we said never. We said our sovereignty is not for sale, not for surrender, and not negotiable.